Hey, this is Brother Jeff with the eLearning Brothers, and I'm going to walk you through one of the new Storyline games, the Millionaire Challenge. To get started with this game, you first of all navigate to the Articulate Storyline different templates and select the Millionaire game. Once you're here, you can go ahead and preview to see what this is like. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. If I hit continue and then hit start, you can see some instructions, and then it takes you on to your questions. In this case, I have my question. Question one is up on the top left-hand side. I can see how many questions, where I'm at within my questions. And then I have my 4 different choices down at the bottom here. Now, if I select an incorrect answer, it will show me the incorrect text as well as highlight the different hints that I have. If I select to use one of those hints, it does slide in the hint and give me an option to answer this question again, but I do lose one of my hints, and so I can't use that again throughout the course. If I get it correct, some money drops into our case here. Some money, the value of the money is keeps adding up as I continue to answer more correct questions. So you can see if I get another one correct, money drops and more is added to our briefcase full of money here. As you continue, if you use all of your questions or all of your hints, then it does end the game. You do lose the game right there. But if you answer all of your questions correct, then it does give you the final results and lets you know that you won the game there. Let me also have you take a look at the iPad and see how the game runs on the iPad using the Articulate app for the iPad. You can see that we get the money flying in there. All of the animations are the same. Instructions look the same. All the layout is the same. All of it functions the same basically. If I get it correct, money will drop and points get added to my point value if I hit continue. If I use my hints, the hint will slide in and the hint goes away as well. I have 3 hints per game and different hints for each question as well. And so that's how it looks on the iPad itself and functions just fine on the iPad. Now let's go ahead and take a look how you get this, or how you start editing this interaction. So once I download it from the library, all I have to do is double click on the file, and then it gets added to my template library inside of Articulate Storyline. And from there I can delete the file and just use that template inside of any course or at any point that I want, just by selecting the drop down box, going to the Millionaire Storyline game, and then selecting the game and hitting import. And that will import the game inside of my course. It'll insert it on a separate slide, or you can do it on a completely new scene if you wanted to. And then once it's imported, you can start editing it. Now over on the left hand side, once it's imported, you'll see some instructions. Just lets you know what types of things that you can edit to begin with. One of the things is if I come over to the Articulate Storyline variables, select that, you'll notice the mill number of questions lets me edit the number of questions that are asked. Right now there's a default of 15 questions that I can ask. If I wanted to only ask 5, for example, I just go ahead and type in 5. That's really the only variable that we recommend changing. All the rest of them start with the letter Z, which means you shouldn't change that variable, or you can run into some problems. Otherwise, you can change the number of questions as much as you want, up to 15 to begin with there. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now from here, I can just go through the different layers and changing the text and visuals how I want to. So I can go to in the layers panel, I can go to the instructions, change out my instructions for the game. And then I can go to question 1. On question 1, I just go ahead and change the question label here, as well as the question text, and then just go through all my different options, changing out my question text or my different option text. And then over on the triggers is where you can decide if this option, for example, option B is correct. And so if I decide that option B is incorrect, I just come to the layers or the triggers and select where it says question 1 correct feedback. I just select the drop down box there and instead select question 1 incorrect feedback. Now if option A is now correct, then I would just come over to option A, select the question 1 incorrect feedback there, and switch that to question 1 correct feedback. And that way, when I select that, or this is now the correct answer, so whatever I type in there, the learner will get it correct, and the points will be added, and the money will fall once they select this option. Now, on the next layer is the question 1 hint. So I can type in a hint for question 1, change out the header, change out the text, and that's really all I have to do with the hint. And then I can come to my correct feedback and change out the correct label as well as the correct text. And basically that's all I have to do for correct feedback. Go to my incorrect feedback and change the same thing. So incorrect label and then incorrect text. And then just go throughout all the different questions, filling out my own questions for question 1 through 15. Now at the end, you have 2 different results. You have a game lost if the person has lost the game. They see different feedback as well as a play again button. You can change out the feedback. And then if they won the game, they also see a different feedback page as well. So you can change that out to whatever you want. Congratulations, you won the game or something like that. And that's really all that you have to do. From here, you can go ahead and start adding other pages in your course, changing out visuals if you wanted to. And then from there, just publish your course out to your learners. So hopefully that was helpful.